And in treating heart disease, over the last 5 years or so, there's been quite a movement towards thinking of ways to stop the oxidation of fatty acids, allowing the heart to avoid the Randall cycle and get back to oxidizing glucose instead of turning it into lactic acid.
So just based on what you said, which is great information, and just get some clarifications, I guess, more for the listeners. When you talk about how, the cells or the muscles are using primarily fat, and you talked about foods, how carbohydrates are the most important because they increase the production of energy, which is CO2. Can you define, when you say carbohydrates, what you mean by that, and then clarify, because some people are going to hear that, maybe think, well, he's talking about eating a high-fat diet because our bodies are using fat for energy. Can you clarify on that a little bit?
We can turn protein into both sugar and fat equivalents. When you're talking about energy, you have to consider that some of it might come from protein. But in the case of oxidizing protein, that's very wasteful. Besides being expensive, it produces a lot of waste material, ammonia, for example, and it turns on machinery which resembles the stress reaction. When we're in stress, we break down protein and turn it into energy materials. But the mechanism of oxidizing fat somewhat gets into the process of creating stress. Especially the polyunsaturated fatty acids activate the same stress metabolite, stress-responsive enzymes that burning too much protein will activate. By carbohydrate, people generally mean both starches and sugars. It's simply anything that's made up of that same proportion of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And starches are just long chains of sugars. But in the case of most of the food starches, they're composed of pure glucose molecules. And so when you're getting energy from starch, you're really burning pure glucose. And sucrose, the standard table sugar, that's also the main sugar of sweet fruits. And it consists of only half glucose and half fructose. And fructose happens to be able to metabolize without relying on the use of insulin. And so it has been used for feeding diabetics and for avoiding some of the stresses produced by the ups and downs of the insulin reactions.